All right, I'm sitting here with, what's your name?
Liz.
Liz, okay. You want to say, like, you know, how old you are, where you're from, stuff like that?
Originally from Horsham. 32 years old. I got an 8-year-old daughter.
Okay.
Separated parents, 2 older brothers, you know, the whole nine.
When did you start using? Like hard drugs, like the opiates or something? You know?
Opiates, I tried for the first time when I was 14.
Oh, wow.
It was about a year before I started using IV.
Well, you started that early?
Yeah, so...
So you've been shooting up half your life now?
Yeah, half my life at this point.
Wow.
I've been in this area for the past 13 years.
In Kensington?
Yeah.
Homeless?
Yes.
Wow.
Aside from jails and rehab.
So you're a OG down here.
Yeah, the vet, as they like to say. Got a vet.
I mean, so what have you noticed when the fentanyl got introduced? Is just the withdrawal, like, just to kind of explain, like, as they switched over to fentanyl, like...
It got scary. It just, like, turned everybody against each other. Where once somebody was willing to help you get well, now they're ready to rob you.
Just to get another fix?
Just to get another fix. They don't care whether or not. They know you're going to wake up sick. They know, you know, they know the outcomes of the repercussions of what happens, but they just don't care. It's just changed your mindset.
Wow, let me blow on this real quick. I just want to keep the car on so you're warm. So, I mean, so that was that noticeable when it went over to fentanyl? Just people
immediately. Just turn it...
Snake mode.
Yeah, automatically. People, whether it's your friend you've grown up with for 25 years or it's somebody that you just met, they just don't care. That's when I noticed a lot more violence getting introduced. There's a lot more men beating on women. Like, sex makes no difference out here anymore. Whether you're a man or a woman, you get treated the same by whoever.
Like, it's so scary what you guys have to go through, you know, like, especially with how hard you guys nod off from the trank.
Yeah, and people are so quick to use Narcan too, even though people are breathing. I'm like, well, hello, we're shooting tranquilizer. Like, if you're happy that it puts the horse out, what makes you think that the human being's gonna wake up just from, you know, just from shaking them or something? Like, that's, I mean, ultimately that's what they want. That's what we're looking for. So, where Narcan was once a good thing, because for us having it on us to be able to save lives, now it's actually killing people, because I know people that are out here that aren't on opiates. They fell out from shooting bath salts or shooting too much coke, and they're getting Narcan, and ultimately you're giving them a heart attack because the adrenaline, the epinephrine that's in the Narcan. So
scary, and because I mean, I understand why people want to give Narcan so quick because of fentanyl, but wow, this is like a new twist I didn't even think about.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's like, I'm always adamant, like, are they breathing? Are they breathing? Because that's got to be the first thing you look for. If they're not breathing, then that's something to look into. Yeah. But when I Narcan
Amber here a couple weeks ago, she definitely wasn't breathing. I didn't even feel her heart beating when I put on. That scared the hell out of me. I don't like seeing that stuff.
And pulse is like one of the last things to go.
Yeah.
You'll stop breathing long before your pulse stops.
Right. So that's why I didn't feel nothing on her neck, and
that's even scarier.
I was like, oh man.
So how long was she out before?
Well,
to not have her pulse.
Exactly, because if she was, you know, not getting oxygen into her brain, that can get real bad. Yeah. So where do you you have to get like too specific. Like, where do you sleep at night? Like, are you inside, outside?
It varies. I know my personal normal schedule is to be up for 3 or 4 days before I ultimately just pass out. I got a couple people that do allow me to stay inside, whether it be their car or they have a place. But I stay away from a lot of the parks. I don't know, sometimes you could just catch me sleeping on the L. and going back and forth as many times.
Oh, you just go up there and...
Yeah, going back and forth as many times.
Do they try and kick you off, or how's that work?
Yeah, sometimes...
I know they used to back in the day. I don't know how it is now.
Yeah, I mean, when you get to the end of the line, sometimes you'll get them that they come around, all right, last stop, and then basically you just get up, go around, and then get back on the next train coming through. But,
when it's real cold here, do you utilize Prevention Point when the cold blues? Is that something like that? You've been here for a while, that's why I want to find this out.
Yeah, I know that I didn't used to. Now that they opened up Prevention Point, I will, because I think Prevention Point, their shelter, is one of the smartest things they did, because they took away the enforcing the curfew that you can't go out after you're in, and since they take that away from and where you can kind of go in and out, you're not worried about, am I going to get sick in the middle of the night, and be able to take care of it,
especially when the fentanyl is so fast to withdraw.
You get so little time staying well.
Now, how many hours are you going into withdrawal after you
Now, if I don't sleep, if I get 4 hours, I'm lucky.
4 hours of wellness off of
if I get 4 hours, I'm lucky, and that's without sleeping. Now, you could nod out for 20 minutes and wake up and be sick.
So it's like you sleep, and if you fall asleep, you wake up, you're in.
You're probably in square one all over again.
Wow! And with how much you guys nod off with this stuff, it doesn't even look fun.
Yeah, a lot of times it's not, because in the back of your head, I try to put my stuff away before I even do my shot, to lessen my chances of getting robbed, but they don't care. Yeah. They'll go down your pants, they'll go in your shirt, they don't care. They'll cut your bag right off your body. If they think that they're gonna come up on a come up, they're gonna try it. So
I have a video, I'll drive around and I talk, and I don't like that whole zombie thing, so I don't zoom in on people, and I don't like that. I like to only have people on the camera when they, when they agree with it.
To. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I was down at K&A at the red light, and I'm looking this way, and there's just 3 guys going through. So I took the phone, I just filmed it. They just went through all his clothes,
all his pockets,
I think they cut his backpack off with that one too.
Yep, I'm sure.
And it was probably his friends that did it, not his friends, but the people he runs with.
Yeah. People closest to you 9 times out of 10. Yeah.
Especially when you're in, living this lifestyle down here.
Absolutely.
So, the last time you've had stable living is 13, 14 years ago, you would say?
Yeah.
Have you tried rehab ever?
I had one real attempt in 2015. I was on methadone maintenance through a Montgomery County clinic. I was living at my mom's because my daughter was already born. And
which clinic? Huntington Valley?
Yeah, Discovery House, Huntington Valley.
That's where I was at.
Yeah. And that was after long-term treatment at Kirkbride, so I did 3.5 months in Kirkbride. I probably made it on the street less than 6 months.
Yeah.
I got into a relationship I shouldn't have.
Oh man, that is.
Yeah.
How'd you relapse with methadone first? Was it crack? If you don't.
No. Like I said, I ended up fucking up where I was living, basically, because of the relationship that I was in.
Okay.
And I'm back down here living on the streets. Definitely can't make it to Huntington Valley every day to be at the clinic. So
I don't even know if there's public transportation to get out that way. I'm sure there is.
Yeah, Somerton.
Right.
Regional Rail.
Right.
It would be Somerton Station, but where am I coming up with money for that?
Yeah.
And I'm staying homeless, sleeping in the bando, and I'm on methadone, clean. That just... Not that there is much logic in addiction to begin with, but that wasn't logic to me.
Yeah. No,
I'd rather be getting high. I might as well be getting high if I'm sleeping next to piles of shit and buckets of piss. At this point, I might as well still be shooting dope. To me, it just didn't.
Just be honest with yourself. Yeah, why not? I mean, getting high is fun.
And how long is it really going to last? Me doing this whole public transportation thing back and forth.
Yeah.
All the way out to Montgomery County every day. It just wasn't realistic.
Yeah.
I actually pushed it off the clinic until I started hallucinating off of the withdrawals of methadone, because I was on 185 milligrams of methadone. So once I started hallucinating, that's what sealed the deal. it was already in the back of my head of being homeless and being clean doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
Which, you know, I don't want to say regret now, but wish I would have thought a little more into.
Yeah.
Played the whole tape through, I guess. At that point, but that's neither here nor there. You can't change, can't play the what ifs.
Right.
But I pushed it that far into when hallucinations started coming in. It was fuck this.
So when I went to Montgomery County Prison, I had to cold turkey there.
Yeah.
Off 190.
Uh-huh.
I was sitting watching a TV.
Yeah.
And the cop came up to me. He's like, "It's not on. Go to your room." So I thought the TV was on.
Okay.
That's how much I was hallucinating from not sleeping.
Thinking you're watching TV.
I literally thought I was sitting there watching Geraldo Rivera.
Wow.
I don't even watch daytime shows, like, you know what I mean? It was in my head.
Yeah, but it was on, and that's what...
That was from just a lack of sleep and withdrawing.
Yeah.
That was the worst withdrawal I ever went through.
Methadone is crazy.
Yeah.
Now, this fentanyl trank, because I've been home a year and a half after doing 14 months in Bucks County. And I know that withdrawal that I went through was crazy. That's the whole reason I caught the charge, is because I was dope sick. First of all, I stole a car to get back to the neighborhood because I got
Bucks
left.
County to do it?
Well, I didn't have to. I didn't choose. They chose to leave me in a Bucks County hotel.
Right.
Now,
were you up in Neshaminy Inn or something like that?
He left me at Knights Inn.
Knights Inn, right.
Yep. And some couple was actually nice enough to give me $20. So as I'm headed to Wawa, which I found out is the Philadelphia line.
It is.
That Wawa is Philadelphia.
Yep. That's County Line Road right there, whatever.
So, on the way, I'm approaching cars. Can you give me a ride?
So if you would have went like across the street into Wawa to do it?
Well, that's where my main goal was. I was like to get on the bus, I guess. But I'm going to hit like the 7-Eleven, the Dunkin' Donuts, anybody driving to see if maybe... I'll give you 10 of my $20 to drive me down the way. At least get me somewhere close enough that I could jump on public transportation and just come down. And I don't want to say lucked out, but I lucked out. I walked up on a 2018 Dodge Charger running at Dunkin' Donuts. Nobody's in it. And that Dunkin' Donuts, actually, when you looking into the building, it's tinted windows. You can't even tell if anybody's inside or not. Can't tell how many people are inside. I don't know. And I was like, this is too good to be true, because the window was halfway rolled down. I'm looking in. I'm like, no fucking way. And I had done that in the past where I've taken cars that are pushed to start. So I'm familiar that it's a lie that you have to be so close to the fob. No, you just can't shut the car off. So I'm like, this is too good to be true. I end up seeing some Klonopins in his cup holder, and I was like, fuck this, dude.
It was meant to be.
And I just jumped in. And as I'm going down Route 1, I'm chucking out any electronics I see. Well, he had an iPad in the trunk.
Okay.
All the way in the trunk of the car. So that's what they did. So when the police reported to that Dunkin' Donuts, that's how they tracked me. They caught me at G in Allegheny.
Okay.
Unfortunately, something told me way back to get out. It was like a roadblock or something. I was like, I should just get out here and walk from here. But I was so sick. I was like, I was being selfish and greedy at that point. I just want to pull up and basically see somebody I trust enough to here go cop for me. Kind of ordeal.
You're that
and
sick,
I
right?
And I would have just left the car.
So wait, you went to jail sick then?
So I ended up going to jail. Well, I took all the Klonopins that I saw, and I ate them. But when they see me get out of the car, I'm all boxed in. There's like 25 cop cars. Everybody's got their guns drawn.
You see little old you?
Little old 5-foot, 100-pound me gets out of the car. And you see the white shirt, and he's like... You know what I mean? She's not any danger. You know what I mean? And then on top of it, when I'm getting arrested, I'm getting arrested. I've been arrested enough times to know it's just better to cooperate. So, immediately when they're approaching me, my hands go up. I knew the ordeal.
I used to like fight with them and stuff and get arrested, and nothing ever good come out. Just
what am I going to... You're going to tack a resisting charge on top of it? So
they can get real petty with that shit.
Which they can,
Which they do a lot of times.
Yep, and especially when it comes to female officers on females, they're not the nicest.
Yeah.
Either. Males seem to treat the women a lot better than the women treat the women. So. Even the white shirt said he was like, I guess the jerk off left the fucking thing running, huh? So he tried to make light of the subject, you know what I mean? And kind of made a joke out of it. And I was like, yeah, he was like, because I could tell you're going through it.
Yeah, so
I appreciate your cooperation.
Treated you like a human.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that's good, yeah.
He's like, let's just get this done and on the road and as fast as possible so we can at least get you comfortable somewhere. If you're not wanted anywhere else, at least you'll be released quickly. Yeah. You can get your fix or whatever the case.
So he's being a stand-up guy. Yeah. So you gotta respect him at that point. I would have at least.
Which I did.
Yeah.
Because ultimately, it's not. They're just doing the actual arrest. Yeah. They're doing it for Bucks County.
Right.
It's not, so I'm not going to a Philadelphia jail. They're taking me to Episcopal just to get checked out.
I know you go up to Doylestown from there.
And then wait for Ben Salem to come and bring me to their district. Which I should have beat that case, but you know, I'm a homeless drug addict with no money, so
you had to use a public defender.
So I couldn't beat the case.
You don't beat cases with public defenders.
No, you don't, because they work for the courthouse.
Yeah.
Hello.
I know. The reason I had this, I hadn't had a DUI since 2008. The reason I have this right now is because I have a public defender for this case. So, yeah, you are right.
Because the actual cop that arrested me wasn't even there. So no one in that courtroom could put me behind the wheel of that car. So how do they know that just some cop didn't say, I pick you?
Yeah. Yeah, wow.
I fucked with him last week, maybe. You know, maybe I called him a dickhead or whatever. Yeah. He's having a bad day. They ran across the vehicle, but nobody was in it. Oh, well, she was being an asshole last week, and they could have grabbed me for all they know.
Right.
But nobody can prove that, and I ended up walking away with another felony charge.
You did 14 months for that?
Yep.
At least you didn't get state time for it, I guess. Well, actually, at 14 it's better to go upstate.
I asked for state time. They gave me a day less than a year to
11
a day
and a half
less
to 23 or whatever.
A day less than a year, 364 to a day less than 2 years.
1 to 2 upstate.
I was like, I would prefer an 18 to 36.
Yeah. Or 1 to 2 upstate. Why not? 1 to 3.
I'll take the extra time just to go upstate.
Yeah.
At that point. The thing with Bucks County is they're a lot about gravity scores, so they're a lot about what is your past.
Oh, so it's like adds up after a while. Okay.
Yep.
I did all my dirt in Montgomery County and Philly. I never dealt with. I live in Bensalem now. When I got out of rehab, they send you to Bucks County all the time, Levittown.
Yeah.
So that's how I got clean up there, and I'm still up in Bensalem now.
Okay.
So
some people make it out there, some people don't.
It's all.
I think it's a lot of mindset.
It's 100%. If you're either ready or not.
Or you're not.
It's either ready. So when I got out of rehab, I got the shot. Vivitrol. I only got it 1 month. After a week on the streets, I was like, I'm not shooting heroin ever again.
I know.
I knew it. I knew it in my head. I was done with hard drugs. Like I knew. And when I went into rehab, I wasn't thinking like that. It was cold out. I just wanted to go inside. And then something happened in there. Yeah. And when I got out, and I'll have 7 years in April now.
It's a blessing. It's a beautiful thing.
But like I said, I got out before the
100%.
I got out before the fentanyl hit. Right before. Like I got out April 2016, and like in May and June is when everyone started dropping dead. Yeah. So like 5 of my friends dropped dead from it in that couple month period. Literally, like
just missed the cut.
I was still in the intake room at the recovery house when I was getting calls that all my friends were dying. So that's 40 days?
Yeah.
That's how quick it was. That's how soon it was to me.
That's crazy.
And I know I've got Narcan 5 times maybe on regular age. So I'd be dead.
So can you imagine? Yeah.
I'd be dead. Now, what do you do for food normally? Is it just as you go or? Yeah,
a lot. It used to be. That's what I tell these people all the time. I'm like, y'all don't even. If you've been out here 8 years or less, you don't know struggle. You don't know struggle. And I hate to say that like that, but that's being, as like we said in the beginning, like I'm a vet. Yeah. Like
they didn't used to have all the handouts.
There was a point, exactly. Yeah. There was a point where if you weren't where you were supposed to be at the time you were supposed to be there, you didn't fucking eat.
Yeah. No, I remember, like, that's when I used to down here, I don't remember seeing any of the...
There was none of this.
I don't remember
You
seeing
had to go St. Francis. Sarnelli House is still open.
The one down here on the left, yeah.
Yep.
That's what Sarnelli House is, right?
And, but I used to be up, like, Lehigh section, and there was a restaurant right there at Hope Street.
Okay.
Spanish restaurant.
Okay. I know exactly, yeah.
When they would close, everybody would line up at that back door, and any food that they would have got thrown away. Yeah. They served full Spanish platters.
Wow.
And
eating good then, those nights.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was Monday through Saturday.
Oh, wow.
Well, of course, an addict taking advantage is what made that stop.
Right.
I just recently heard from somebody a few weeks ago that they started back up, which is a blessing.
Yeah.
But now you don't have to go anywhere. You just pick a square on any piece of concrete
and just sit there. That's what I like.
You'll get clothes brought to you. You'll get samples brought to you.
Yeah. Like why would you guys leave here? Like why would you leave? Especially if you're gonna get sick
food,
that quick.
All that. Yep.
I get it. Like I said, when I was down here, we had to hide in bandos to get high.
Yeah.
And like,
we're hiding on the tracks and all that.
The Masher Street Bridge. I used to live. I stayed under there for I don't know how many times. But like you'd be terrified of going to.
We used to have mattresses under. What was that? A Street, like where Kip and Cambria is.
Yep.
That A Street Bridge. I used to have a mattress.
So I used to go underneath the 2nd Street Bridge. I think 2nd and Masher.
Yep.
That's the one I used to go under.
Yep.
I remember there was a guy with like a 2-story cardboard mansion down there at one point. I was like, man,
he's dead.
Yeah,
Viejo.
Oh,
they
really?
Left him he went to jail.
You know what I'm talking about? That he had it was like a mansion out of cardboard.
Yep.
Wow.
He ended up going to jail. When he came out from jail, he OD'd, and they left him for dead.
Wow.
They drug him out of the house and posted him up somewhere that no one would ever have been able to find him.
Damn.
Which obviously they didn't. Until it was too late.
Yeah.
But it was probably too late by the time they drug him out the house. It's sad.
So, like, one more quick question. Are you okay with where you're at right now on this run? I mean, mentally, or are you like getting fed up with it?
No, I'm beyond fed up with it. I just got hit by a car.
Oh man, you too?
Right up the street here at F in Kensington. I got hit by a fucking car. I was crossing, it was red, I wasn't nodding or anything like that. Walking with a friend of mine to go to another friend's house. It's raining. They're gonna let us stay inside for the night. And as we're crossing, I guess when it goes, you know how they are already going when they see yellow.
Right.
So this is the 3rd car back that's going around the first 2 cars.
Shit.
That's who hit me.
So that really wasn't your fault then?
Yeah. He hit the bullshit out of me. It took me 2 days to even go to the hospital. Come to find out, I had a lung collapse.
Damn.
I had a chest tube put in.
My mom had to go through that with a collapsed lung. That's scary stuff.
Yeah, they gotta reinflate it.
It's like right here they put it.
Yep.
Did you have to blow in that thing to blow the balls up and all that? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, to practice. Refilling your lungs like that.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
How long ago was that?
2 weeks ago? No, not even, because 2 weeks ago I guess it happened, because I've been home for 4 days, 5 days.
Oh, you're just out of the hospital recently?
I'm just out of the hospital recently.
Wow. How long, so you were in the hospital like
even
a week
just
or something?
a walk sucks, because I was bedridden for, 10 days?
Yeah. Now, do you deal with, man, I can't, that's, Megan, I interviewed maybe a week ago. She got down on Kensington where the Walgreens is, that little side. She got hit
Hilton.
there.
Yeah, right.
Hilton Street. Yeah, she got hit there. Broken ankle, all types of stuff.
Oh, yeah, thank God they didn't break nothing. But yeah, collapsed lung, which led to them finding I had a blood infection.
Oh.
Now, so thank God.
You would have died from that probably. 100%.
That's exactly what would have happened.
Yeah.
And then we're all talking. They're like, "Oh, that's why you weren't feeling any of your shots and stuff like that, because, because that's what was going on. You had a blood infection going on you didn't even know about." Yeah. So it sounds crazy for me to even be able to say, "Thank God for a collapsed lung," but thank God for a collapsed lung, because
this guy here,
he left. I would have never known.
He left the hospital. he had surgery. They had like a abscess removed in his leg.
Yeah.
He left the hospital, started getting high again.
Yeah.
Family couldn't find him. I found him laying on a, I don't even have the picture anymore. He was like laying in a cardboard box. He was laying in a cardboard box somewhere on Frankfurt Ave. So I finally got him, back there. That's how I found him.
Oh my gosh.
I finally got him back with his family, and he wound up passing away a day later from the blood infection in his leg.
Thank God he was reunited before.
Well, that's what they said.
What happened.
Yeah. Well, they were like,
That's what I say.
Mm-hmm. He's got to be with his family at the end, I guess. His family, they know where he's at.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
So
that's the blessing that came out of that.
Yeah.
At least that they were reunited before he passed away.
Yeah. That like it gets stressful doing this every.
Maybe that's what God was waiting for. Maybe that's what. You know,
I
don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, it was good to get them back.
Maybe that link was what they were waiting for.
Yeah.
That bridge back to, you know.
Yeah. Now, going forward, can we continue to do this?
Yeah.
Talk to you.
Update, absolutely.
Update stuff like that, and then maybe in these talks we can get you into. Yeah. If you're ready, I don't push nothing.
Yeah, I'm more on the fence of just goodbye.
You know, Katie. Than
I am with even staying down here. Yeah.
Yeah. She's gonna go tomorrow. She said.
All right.
So we'll see. A lot of people say it.
Yeah.
She was good. I interviewed her about a month ago, and she's been saying she's ready to go.
It's not that I think that people lie either. I think in the moment when they say, I'm ready, I want to go, that they mean it.
Oh, 100%.
And like in a perfect world, like, all right, if I have $40 in my pocket and I knew I could get well right now, cop whatever I had to grab that I know, because I know I'm going to be waiting for the process for
probably
a few
24 hours, maybe up to 24. But
at least I have that security.
Be comfortable. Yeah.
I would say, let's go.
Yeah.
Right now. Come on, I'm buckling my seatbelt. We're going. Like,
a lot of the
and is it reality a lot of time? No, unfortunately it's not, because I've been in that situation, and this was just the other day. Was it a test? Kind of, but if it would have been able to happen, I would have taken it. Now they're down at the park, and I overhear some lady saying, "Oh, well, anybody that's ready to go to treatment, you got to be ready and willing to go right here, right now. Let me know and we'll hook it up."
Yeah.
So I said something to her.
Nothing happened.
Absolutely nothing happened. They take advice from somebody else that's out here about the PAD office, which is a great resource, but the other day was a holiday. Yeah. So
they were back,
it was closed. So sure, we walked up there anyway, just in case. Let's see.
Right.
People still get clean on holidays.
Absolutely.
So, not for nothing, let's just take the walk up. It's right up the street anyway. And then they had really nothing else to say after that.
Yeah.
Other than I'll drive you to the emergency room.
Right. Well,
I could do that myself.
Yeah.
You said you could get people into treatment. If you're ready, let's go.
Yeah.
So
now, do you have? Oh, keep going. I'm sorry.
So it was just, it's sad. That's why, and I said to myself as I'm walking away from them, I didn't even say anything. I just shook my head. I was like, yeah, that figures. And I just started walking away. And she was like, oh wait, where are you going? We'll make sure this works. I'm like, no, you make it sound like you have like a foundation, that you have a plan, that like if somebody wants to go, this is what I know I can do, X, Y, and Z for this person. They were just bringing you to another person that has the third party shit. Yeah, I get that. Just trying to be the middleman. Which is all well and good, but you got to say that to somebody. Right. Because you were probably... Listen, I don't personally have the resources, but I'll connect you with the resources. That's what I said. Like my buddy... That's all I want you to say to me. My buddy Matt can get people in rehabs all across the country, but you have to want to go, and you can't have abscesses and any of that stuff, you know? That's great, because I don't. That's my next thing, because it seems like everyone... that's the purple shit, and I stay away from that. The purple's doing the abscesses. That's what's giving everybody all these. And that's the tranquilizer stuff? Or do you even know? It's called xylazine.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
it's
is that...
It's a synthetic tranquilizer.
Yeah. No, I'm familiar with that. That's purple stuff, is that?
Yeah.
Oh, see, other people
are
are
using that in place of the water that would usually be used to cook it.
Right.
So they're just taking out the whole water component completely and using the xylazine, the liquid xylazine. So that's why it's technically chemical burns. Technically what they're experiencing.
Wow. So instead of using water to mix up their fentanyl and all that,
they're using a liquid xylazine.
Wow. That's so scary.
Which is far too potent, and that's why it's
so
people.
You know where to go to avoid that stuff? Like, how does that work down here? Like, is it...
Yeah, and for the most part, you can tell right through the bag.
Oh, so the powder is purplish anyway? Okay.
Yeah, and you can see it right through the bag.
Okay.
A lot of times. I stick with a lot of the same places.
Okay. It seems like it's like a crapshoot down here sometimes, a lot, you know?
Word of mouth sometimes, too, because I've had places that have been one thing and then been something else the next day. So, just...
Okay.
Your best bet is to only buy one.
Right. All right, so it's been about a half hour. Wow, that was a long time. All right, we will do this again soon.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, listen.